This is the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. The labubus.
What the heck is a labubu? And
That is a labubu. It's some I mean short answer. It's a very ugly little thing. It looks evil as hell. And it's very expensive. I think there was like Beanie Babies. I don't know if you guys remember Beanie Babies, which were basically the same. Um very weird little toys that people bought for like a lot of money, had no sense, and they were ugly as hell. But people
heck
bought
is
it
a
because they had too
labubu?
much
And
money.
should you even care? Today we will be unboxing a full
No,
case of
oh
these to figure out,
Jesus
is it
Christ!
worth it? Should you get one? And
How much
what
is a
are
labubu?
these little monsters so addicting in the first place? Hello, Internet. Welcome to Style Theory, the show that's
They
ready to
sold
find out
12
if
pounds
Labubu is the
per
Lulu or the
thing,
Salulu to your problems.
but it can go to 200
Okay.
pounds.
But for those
Jesus
of you
Christ!
who haven't come across the Labubu fever, let me rewind it back a little bit.
Jesus,
For those of
what
you
the
who
hell?
haven't come across the Labubu fever, let me
If
rewind
you're
it back a
actually
little
wearing
bit to
that
get
in
you caught
public,
up. This is a Labubu.
non-ironically
Find
or
out what's
whatever,
inside this box is.
even if
each
you're doing
episode
it
we're gonna
ironically,
uncover, we are going to unbox
what the
one of
hell
these
is wrong
little
with you?
creatures. And as a bonus, there's even one that is Style Theory blue. But I have a surprise for you. I'm not keeping these. In fact, I'm going to freaking
Please just throw them
But
away.
before we unbox our furry friends to find out if Labubu is more than just a fad or destined to fade away, Labubu
It's
may be
obviously
at
gonna
the
fade
top of the
away.
trend charts right now. It actually
It's gonna be a
born
trend
in
that in
the
4
previous
months is just
our
gonna go
very
away.
first box. I am so but it's
So this is just an unboxing.
Gosh! Ah! Look at them! Oh, it's actually so soft. There's like glitter in its eyes. This is our first Labubu, and it is the green one, which, according to the card that comes in the box, means serenity. It is actually
Look at that shit. Tell me that means serenity to you. Tell me what exactly in that says serenity for you guys.
so soft as a Labubu and not a Lafufu. If you didn't know, the knockoff Labubus are called Lafufus, and they have 10 teeth. So this little lady is authentic.
The knockoff version has 1 extra teeth, and it's named
Excited to see
differently.
which one of you style theorists gets to take this one home.
Oh my god, what the hell is this channel started to post, dude? I remember the game theory and the movie theory and everything else. Obviously, they have the style theory, which I think that is definitely like linked to the link to the main channel. Yeah, so it's all part of the game theory or the film theory or whatever. But what the hell are they posting now?
And should you even care? Today we
What the?
They didn't even
He's
say
a
anything
labubu.
about them.
Someone said
They
on
just
that video that
unboxed
is what
one.
a French person calls an injury. But seriously,
Labubu.
what is a
That's
labubu?
funny, actually.
I mean, have you guys also started seeing these freaky gremlin dolls everywhere? In
Bro, they're ugly as
stores,
hell.
online, hanging from people's bags? These plush toy monsters that are popping up everywhere are called labubus, and I had no clue what they were until you guys started commenting about them in my recent video on the downfall of Stanley Cups. For some reason, I had read the
It's
word
literally gonna be a
labubu in
Stanley
comment
Cup where
sections
everybody's
before,
gonna
but
want
I
one
thought
for
it was a
2
type of
months and then
dress that
nobody
was
will
sold at
touch them.
Lululemon. It wasn't until you guys started telling me to make a video about the rise of labubus that I finally googled them. Wikipedia, the frenzy first kicked off after Lisa from the K-pop group Blackpink was spotted with a labubu keychain on her bag. The obsession has only grown from there. People are turning into labubu collectors, and like we just saw, people are grown from there.
If you go in public with that shit on, you should expect to be bullied, I'm not gonna lie.
People are turning into labubu collectors, and like we just saw, people are down to spend
This is
hundreds
disappointing.
of dollars on these monsters. There's limited edition ones, vintage ones, labubu blind boxes, and those are actually a critical part of the strategy. See, labubus have benefited from many of the same marketing tactics that made Stanley Cups go viral last year. Think of the limited edition drops that we saw with leads to many just buying more and more blind boxes so that they don't miss out on the item that they really want. Now we'll dive more into the
God damn it,
psychology
Lisa.
of collectibles as well, but it's important to realize that what's driving the labubu obsession right now is not new. It's not new, but it's certainly effective. Recently, it was reported that London's fashion retail scene was reselling certain labubus for $1,000.
I don't understand it. But it's so dumb. I think this is literally like what the world actually came to. Like at some point when you have too much money and you got nothing to do with them, that's what it kind of goes, no?
And the labubu rise has led to Pop Mart beating profit expectations and making the
Jesus Christ, look
psychology
at that
behind
shit.
why people are obsessed with collectibles in the first place. I mean, this
I mean,
isn't the
yeah,
first
that's the thing. It's a collectible. It's not even, it doesn't matter what kind of thing it is. It's just a collectible. And to be honest, it's an ugly as hell collectible.
time that we have seen a trend like labubus grip the public attention. We have seen Smiskies before, something I covered in my de-influencing your holiday wishlist video. We've seen Sunny Angels, which I don't like at all. They look really creepy to me. We've seen Jelly Cats.
Oh, so this is not creepy, no?
And back in the day, we saw Beanie Baby
True.
collections
Yeah, Beanie
running
Babies.
this world. To the point where people were convinced that they were gonna outpace the stock market. People were feral about Beanie Babies.
They all
included.
died out. It's not even a... It's not even thing. They all died out.
Labu 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 boo.
These toys became extremely popular in recent years, especially across social media platforms.
They sold out.
Insufficient stock.
And Labubu dolls have been spotted dangling off of celebrities.
Okay, today we're going to talk about these dolls that have basically taken over the internet because for one thing, I have received so many comments and messages from you guys saying, Taylor, please talk about the Labubu dolls, where I had to then unfortunately respond to many of you guys and say, guys, I am not going to be making a video on the Labubu dolls because there is nothing demonic about them and there really isn't anything to
I'll be honest, they look demonic as hell.
say that
There is
truly
something
is
demonic
mentally
there.
where I was about 24 hours ago. That is until I received an email with a little bit more information, and a lot of things have been coming to the light. And with that being said, we need to talk about them for very, very good reason. Let's dive in. All right, which I showed reaction was that they were kind of ugly, but also I felt they
They're
kind
very
of looked
ugly.
demonic. And when I went to the comment
True.
section, I was met with a bunch of Christians that actually were feeling the same way that I was feeling. And I try not to ignore OC toy, right? And I was also reading Christian some to back in the day. But it doesn't seem to be dying out. And it really made me start to question
Chinese
It will
retailer
die out.
Pop
It will
Mart
die
drops a
out
new
quick.
Labubu designer toy. It sells out within minutes.
They sold out.
Insufficient stock.
I think in a couple of
Labubu
months,
dolls have been
max,
spotted dangling
this
off
is
of
gonna go away.
celebrities.
So, what are Labubu dolls? Labubu is a designer toy character dreamed up by Hong Kong illustrator Casing Leung. He launched Labubu dolls in 2015. These dolls didn't really start to become popular until just recently. They were originally part of a series called The Monsters. Casing Leung is also known for creating other figures inspired by Nordic folklore. So naturally, when I read this, I was like, okay, there really isn't anything here. I think we can let this go now. Still, so many Christians couldn't leave this alone. We also know they are oddly always predicting the future, but in this episode, they featured a literal demon that goes by the name
It's here.
Amazon.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Don't worry, Maggie. While Mommy and Daddy carouse downstairs, you'll be here in the dark with Pazuzu. Sweet dreams, Maggie. Don't let the
Crazy.
little bubs bite.
I'm not gonna
Pazuzu
lie.
is one of the oldest known demons in history. He was called the King of Demons, the bringer of famine, drought, and disease, and ruled.
Zuzu. But
That's
why does it
ugly
look
as hell. I'm not gonna lie, this depiction of it though. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me move this real quick. This depiction of it. It's so like close, like the creepy ass smile, the eyes. It does look a lot like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist that much, but that kind
looks so
looks
much
a
like
lot
it, but
like,
guys, that's not why I'm making this video today. I'm not making it because of the
especially the
Simpsons
beard as well.
connection, although it was this connection that made me look deeper. As I went deeper, I started to see videos of people sharing how weird things were happening around them when these
Oh yeah, I've
Labubu
seen some of
dolls were
those as
in
well.
their
Apparently
possession.
there's weird things happening
saying that these
to
dolls
people
are
that buy
starting to
those.
cause some paranormal things to happen. They say that the dolls follow them with their eyes when they're walking around. They feel like an eerie presence. People are saying their anxiety gets high, and other things. You know, things being moved around, typical of demonic objects when you bring them into.
I mean, in my opinion, I think the world kind of works in you get what you ask for situation, where if you do invite those kind of weird things in your life, like buying fucking demonic looking weird ass shit like that, you will experience stuff like that because you invite those kind of things in your life. I don't know. I don't want to say they're real or not because obviously
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know if
think
it's
so.
people just playing into the fact that
But
so
I
many
think,
people
you
are
know, you
calling
kind
this
of get the idea
demonic
there
and not to bring the
whenever you
spirit
start
into your
believing them.
home. But it is interesting.
Like if you say like 30 times a day that you will hit your head on a piece of wool, um, at some point you will, and you will be like, oh, that's such a thing. But like, obviously, it's if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it. You know
And
what I
people
mean?
going to insane heights to possess one of these Labubu dolls. If you watched our last video about John Todd, he had a lot to say about bringing a record into your home that had witchcraft performed over it. I want you to take a listen to this.
Witches write a book. They cast a spell over the book so it'll sell. And they order a demon to go into every copy that comes off the press. So when you own a book on witchcraft, you have a demon residing in your home free of charge. The musicians who do the music that are in witchcraft do the same things to the record album. The same thing. So when you see that friendly little album spinning on your thing, ask yourself, was the musician a witch? Did he cast a spell over the album that the devil would have a pact in my home because I own the record?
But aside from everything we talked about in this video, because all of this is merely speculation, right? And I think that's something as Christians, we need to be really mindful.
Okay, you guys can watch this all on your own time if you want. In my opinion, I don't know about the whole you know, mystic stuff going on. But I can tell you this thing, it's the dumbest thing ever, it's the ugliest kind of toy ever, and please don't buy it, it's just dumb as hell. You're gonna get bullied. If you go outside with that thing on, at some point you will get bullied. It's just the weirdest fucking thing to have, to be honest, and especially if you have like 100 million of them. Like, that's just weird, you just... That's not fashion, it's just fucking weird. Oh, wait. Anyhow.